Okay, welcome to Film Woosh. I am Movie Mark, and today we are reviewing The Hunger Games. I have not read the book that The Hunger Games are based on, but I probably should have. You really should read more, you know. Yes, I should have. Anyway, so what's interesting about The Hunger Games is it begins with a weird interview that's just very colorful and lively. Suddenly, it's very gray and dark and bland looking, and it's a very big juxtaposition, you know what I'm saying? And I am wearing this tie in honor of the bright side, the city part of the Hunger Games. A very brief description of the film is that there is a lottery that is drawn that requires a couple of kids from each district, there are 12, to participate in a game called the Hunger Games. Now, this all takes place in a strange barter society that also is juxtaposed with a very futuristic society. The nice thing about the Hunger Games is that it creates its own world. So like, say, perhaps a Terry Gilliam film, or the way that the film Amelie created its own film world. There are strange hand signals, there's cameras everywhere recording things, but you don't see them, but you see flashes that there's, big walls, so it's futuristic, literally cameras in places you might not expect them, right? And also, in the future societies part of the film, the people wear crazy clothing with very bright colors, and everyone seems to wear makeup, including the men. So the film stars Jennifer Lawrence, playing Katniss Everdeen, who is involved in the Hunger Games. She volunteers for a reason I won't reveal, and it's very unusual because there's barely volunteers. This character has a great amount of integrity. The characters who get into the Hunger Games have a celebrity, and she's really balancing both her way of growing into the world with her need to survive the Hunger Games. I particularly enjoyed the way the film critiqued reality TV by extrapolating the idea that eventually people would be forced into being reality TV contestants. It really isn't that crazy a stretch. The Hunger Games has incredible star power. Woody Harrelson, Lenny Kravitz, Kiefer Sutherland. What's his dad's name? God, is this really happening? Okay, I'm back. Donald Sutherland. His name is Donald Sutherland, playing the president. And it's very interesting. There's issues about class and how the people in power control societies, and it's just such an interesting film. There's a big lead up, of course, to the actual games, but it's so tense as each step of the film goes along that there doesn't seem to be long lulls. In fact, there were times where I found myself not even breathing. So now, on to the hunger part. Oh, okay. Anyway, it's really not about Hunger Games. I guess in a theory they have to survive and not die by eating and whatnot. But the hunger really refers to a historical part of what created the games in the first place, which I will not spoil for you. There are 24 players in the Hunger Games, young people who are forced into the games, that is. And it's interesting to see how alliances sync up. There's sort of a strange idea about romance in this film. It's sort of like an is there or isn't there. And it makes for a very interesting idea because you really can't tell what's happening. There was an epic fail in this film, and unfortunately that disqualifies this film from getting the top honors in my rating system, but I would like to say that it is, in the whole, incredibly gripping, a fantastic artistic achievement with fantastic acting in the film all around. And because of that, I'd like to give this film a film whoosh of 4.5 bows and arrows. The rating system has to do with the film, so every film's a little different. Okay. Anyhow, now we'll get to the spoiler break. Okay, so this is where there's a spoiler. If you don't like those, go away. It won't be a big spoiler, but I wanted to talk about why the film had its big epic fail. I just hate when there's a moment where the main person, the main star, the hero of the film is about to die or is in a situation where they simply can't get out of it, right? And all of a sudden, the person who's got them pinned down and they're gonna kill them and this is it and it's gonna happen. Oh my goodness, it's really happening. Well, they're talking about it. Oh, let me tell you why I'm going to kill you. It's going to be so enjoyable to kill you. Just wait till I get to that moment. Never mind that I'm fighting for my life and that every moment counts and that there might be other people around, but I'm going to kill you. Well, as soon as I'm done telling you, I'm going to kill you. So that is such an epic fail. I can't stand it. There's a few Hollywood moments that are a little irritating. Although I'd like to say the last two moments with the dog and this other thing where when she goes to kill somebody, whatever, or does not, a lot of that seems to be manufactured by the people who run the Hunger Games. So in the end, it's like, oh, that seems sort of like cheap, But really, it's exactly how reality shows manufacture things just to create the big story arc, right? So it actually just kind of spun me on my side and realized that I was double played, and I do like that. Anyhow, that's the end. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Film Woosh.